Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you being with me wherever you're tuning in from. But today we're going to tackle how to properly protect your portfolio against a market downturn or a market crash. Okay, before we dive in, like, subscribe, comment. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. So, let's say you've bought into investing, beyond your emergency fund, investing in the market, the stock market is the way to do it through a diversified portfolio. You own tons of different companies. You're highly invested in equities. You're using that to grow your money. And then you start to think, okay, well, do I need to hedge against these market downturns? They happen. They happen all the time. They're actually pretty frequent. Uh, do I need to hedge against downturns short term? Let's talk about that. So in my head, there's two types of people that I'm going to solve this question for, and I think everyone will fit in one of these two camps. So camp number one, you're not retired and you're not within a 5-year stretch of retirement. Okay, so we're going to call this the youthful bunch, the youthful bunch, the Brady Bunch here. And then the second group, you are within a 5-year stretch of retirement or you're retired. You are, we'll call you the experienced bunch. Okay, so youthful bunch, experienced bunch. Youthful bunch, you need to have your emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses. Let's assume you have that for a second. Are you within a 24 month stretch of a big purchase? If so, then you need those funds on the sidelines too. Okay, so your emergency fund and any funds that you're going to need within 24 months for a big purchase, like maybe a down payment on a house, all of that needs to be on the sidelines. Everything else needs to be invested. Now, getting back to the question, okay, so how do I hedge against a market downturn if I'm in this youthful bunch? Well, if you have your emergency fund, you have your funds that you'll need within the next 24 months. The question, how do you hedge against the market? You don't. You do not try to time the market. Okay, it doesn't matter if that thing goes up, down, sideways. If you're not within a 5-year stretch of retirement or retired, you're in this youthful bunch. The money that you have invested in the market, you do not need to be trying to place some of that on the sidelines or do any of that. All you need to do is stay invested, not think about it. And every surplus dollar that you get, if the market's down, direct it into the stock market. Buy the eggs when they're 50% off, for instance. Buy into the stock market while it's discounted. Okay, so very simple if you're in this youthful bunch. The answer is you don't hedge. You don't need to. Now, let's assume you're in the experienced bunch. Okay, you're experienced in the sense that you're within a 5-year stretch of retirement or you are retired. What do? Well, all you need to do is have a tranche of money equivalent to 5 years worth of your income on the sidelines. And how that tranche is positioned on the sidelines, that's for another conversation. Happy to chat about it. Feel free to reach out, go to our website, inquire. But the point is, a 5-year tranche needs to be on the sidelines. All of that is not in cash. You might do a couple strategies with this tranche to try to maximize some of the returns without increasing any volatility. But 5 years you want on the sideline, that will get you through any downturn that we've seen since the Great Depression. Okay, so you will have the proper amount position on the sidelines if you have 5 years worth of your income sitting there. Everything else, you invest in equities. Okay, so this is how you hedge against the market. If you're youthful, you don't need to worry so much about it. If you're experienced, get your 5 years. Get your 5 years and you're good.